Hello. Okay, this time me and the group members will have a debate. Assignments for English proficiency 3. The title of our group's debate is: Should companies hire a graduate or an experienced professional? Firstly, I introduce myself and my members of group. My name is Muhammad Azmi bin Maruji, and my members will introduce themselves.
Hello, I'm Razmi Kosbibi bin Dimin, number matrix 252060.
Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Muhammad Asharir bin Ali Hasan. My matrix number is 251855.
Hi, my name is Erwan bin Roslan. My matric number 2251382.
So I will explain related to this task and the role of each group member. To support the recruitments of fresh graduates will be represented by Razmi and Hasharil. And my role in Erwan's is to support the fact of hiring more experienced employees. So each of us will explain the fact as well as their respective argument for this debate assignment. So we'll start now.
Today I will debate about should we hire a fresh graduate or based on experience as an employee. The fact is the current situation is very influential to prospective graduate to the year 2020. The competition rate to get a job is very high, and prospective graduates need to compete to meet the needs of the job market, and graduates who have the skill and the competencies have an advantage in job marketability. It's allow employer to make choice in facing the challenge of current economic uncertainty. Here at least two advantage of hiring graduate as an employee: the culture. Millennials are often far more in tune with the concept of good company culture and should not have any difficulty in appreciating the importance of diversity and inclusion in the workplace, unlike older, more experienced professionals who are not necessarily used to such an emphasis on the importance of company culture stance. And second one is the tech. The words graduate and technopop are not often used in the same sentence, and there are reasons for this. Graduates are likely to engage with a digital system well and pick up skill quickly when being taught how to use various programs which they may be required to use in the workplace.
Cost. A graduate salary is often far lower than that of an experienced professional in the same field. Therefore, if you are a smaller company with greater financial limitation, a graduate can be great additional to your team, as an ideal starting salary is somewhere between 20k until 30k. Enthusiasm. Graduates tend to be eager to learn and incredibly enthusiastic about their first job, as it's a completely new experience for them. This can be great for maintaining fresh and positive energy within the company. Enthusiasm. Graduates tend to be eager to learn and incredibly enthusiastic about their first job, as it's a completely new experience for them. This can be great for maintaining fresh and positive energy within the company.
Hi, having only just finished university, many graduates will have had little or no previous training. As a result, if you choose to hire a grad, you will have to make sure that you have the time and resources dedicated to training them for their first few months in their position.
Okay, for me, despite many advantages of the fresh graduates, there are a couple of cons to consider when deciding whether or not to hire a recent graduate. My point of view is about the stability of the to hire a fresh graduate. Okay, although it is recommended that a graduate stay in their first role for at least 2 to 3 years, it is possible that grads will consider moving on pretty quickly if it seems to them like there is little chance of gaining a promotion within the first year or so. Millennials are becoming increasingly keen on moving up the career ladder quickly and are unlikely to be content with staying an entry level role for too long. Therefore, before you decide to hire graduates, you should consider whether you will be able to offer them the chance to progress if they perform well. So that is my cons for the hiring fresh or graduate. Okay.
Experienced professionals are more likely to make suitable leaders further down the line. It can often be assumed that they will have plenty of experience in working as part of a team in comparison to recent grads. This may not seem like something seriously worth taking into consideration. However, it is worth bearing in mind when you consider the so-called leadership drought that has been discussed over recent years. It can take a long time to develop and nurture talent to the point where they are ready to take on leadership role.
So, in my opinion, we should hire more experienced employees because of a better sense of responsibility and discipline. Okay. The experienced professionals are considerable more likely to be more disciplined comparison to recent graduates. This is not to say that graduates lack discipline by any means. It largely depends on the individual and their personality. However, it is worth bearing in mind that professionals have been in the world of work for a number of years in comparison to graduates who will have only recently left university, which in most cases tends to be relative undisciplined environment where students are largely able to work independently and how and when they please as opposed to following the more structured style of working that you might find in a job. Okay. Okay, the experienced workers also have a sense of responsibility, and this experienced employer is a very high. Besides that, we are easier to give a task because he is more aware. Sometimes these experienced workers just need to given a task and they will perform as best as possible and carefully and without any problem that arise. Yeah. Okay. The experienced workers also have addition person who is experienced to solve any issue or problem that arise. He can also be a mentor to new employees or existing employees with higher levels of skills or knowledge. Can be said to be a place of reference. Yet, okay, for me also, the experienced workers should be appointed because more efficient and effective will with a which is produce a quality productive individuals, and it will turn minimize problems related to human resources. Okay, so that is my point. Okay, thank you.
The disadvantage hiring experience is the stability. It's not just a graduate who post treat in the form of job hopping. If you are learning toward hiring a more experienced individual, you should be asking why they have decided to move on from the previous position and find a new role, and will this take around you if you are to hire them. And this and in some position and some culture in the workplace, less experience is appreciated, and some employer do not want to hire someone with hard way thinking developed from previous experience. In addition, less experienced employees tend to work harder to impress, think outside the box, and approaching problem from the unique perspective, and they also have a low salaries, so they cost are much lower than an experienced worker.
Cost. Experienced professional will undoubtedly expect a far higher salary than a graduate, and in most cases, the experience will indeed justify a higher wage. As a result, you should weigh up with the money you save by avoiding the late training process is worth more than the extra money you will have to pay experienced professional in comparison to a graduate.